Scorpio, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next 12 months. Let's start from your main energy. Okay. The first message for you today, Scorpio, is a time for healing. There is something here that you are leaving behind, and something or someone who is not willing to leave you yet. Right now, you are ready to change skin, ready to heal what needs to heal, and overall, you're wanting to look forward and make space for new energies, new people, and new outcomes. So let's see what this message is about, and let's start with your reading. Okay. So this is definitely interesting. Wow, yes, we definitely have it here. Oh my God. There is clearly someone here spying on you, Scorpio, looking you up. All of these cards, honestly, talk about that. This first section right here, we have Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Moon, and High Priestess as well. Right here, we are seeing someone who is trying to find some sort of information about you, perhaps on social media, or asking around if you have friends in common. In any other way that they can, they're trying to find out something about you. And it feels like a constant process for this person. When they are meeting up with friends, they all know that at some point the Scorpio talk is going to come up, and that they are going to start talking about you, even if there isn't anything new to talk about. And instead, if they're doing this online, every hour or so they're getting their phone, looking you up online, scrolling through pictures, switching to different social media apps, looking at stories and see if there is anything new. And then they put down the phone to then start all over just a few moments later. There is definitely a lot of secrecy right here, especially with this Moon and the Page of Swords. Chances are that they have fake accounts to do this, or they have found a way to be anonymous about it. It feels to me that this person is trying to find out, as I was saying earlier, about one specific piece of information. And I cannot see what that is yet. But overall, this is stemming from some sort of disappointment. Disappointed about the fact that maybe you're not giving them the time of day, that you're happy without them. Someone who's actually still very attached to you, and not the healthy type of attachment at all. And they cannot figure out a way to move on and forget about this. It really feels like this person is thinking, all I want for Christmas is my Scorpio, nothing else, no one else. But on your end, I hear crickets, not making a move, not focusing on this person at all, not even the situation. And I don't know yet if you're doing this on purpose to prove a point, or if you really are way past this whole thing. But we'll see. Overall, with the High Priestess, you know that something is going on, and you are a very intuitive sign. You know when these things happen, and deeply you know that this person is trying to communicate to you and trying to trigger perhaps a reaction from you. But crickets, you're not doing anything. In the heart of the reading, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, surprising, and the Six of Swords. And especially with the Six of Swords, I see that you're purposely moving on from this. You are determined to let it go and let the flow take you to whatever comes next. It's interesting because I don't see any major wish right here, any major goal or vision from you at all. You just want to go. You just want to leave this behind. Doesn't matter where you're going. Doesn't matter where this is going to take you, as long as it's not going to be here, if that makes sense. I feel as though this is not the first time that this happens. Maybe, with the same person or in general in situations like these. And at this point, you feel like you worked out the formula. I know that the person takes me for granted, right? They ruin everything, sabotage the whole situation. Then I leave, I disappear, I completely detach overnight. Then some time passes and eventually they start reaching out again in order to reconnect perhaps. And this repeats until I put a permanent end to this so that I can move on and forget about it. It's a never-ending cycle and you're thinking, you know what? Let me go ahead and get to the end of it right away. Let me skip all the steps so that I can at least avoid wasting time. And I don't blame you. There is so much more that you can focus on right now, Scorpio, other than someone who perhaps is not able to see how amazing you are, or at least able to celebrate it until they actually lose it. And I see this right here. It feels to me that you're giving up on love, that you're giving up on the idea to find love. This Ten of Cups, it's almost like chasing rainbows at this point, and you never get to it. It looks beautiful. It looks close as well. You're saying it's right there. Let me walk to it. And the closer you get, the more it dissolves. The more you get closer to it and you give this a chance, the more you realize that it doesn't exist. Or does it? I know you, Scorpio, and deep down you are thinking, when is this never-ending cycle going to come to an end? Knight of Pentacles. It's been so slow. It's lasted for so long. When am I able to finally going to be wrong about my predictions and be contradicted by a different outcome, perhaps by this Ten of Cups? You have often been ready to leave when things are not working out, but the more time it passes, the more you find it hard to be ready to start again. And it's tricky because right here, the desire for something good, something to be happy about and proud of is still there. You're just growing tired of the failed attempts and just wanting someone who sees you, who appreciates you, someone who gets you, a partner in crime, not someone to protect yourself from or someone who's going to waste your time. Enough of that. And so you clearly are moving on at this point, wanting to walk away from negativity, wanting to walk from the moon to the sun right here, finding a reason to be excited again, a spark which can maybe ignite that fire within you and a chance to love someone who's not going to turn out to be a jerk. So right here, we do see a shift. Two of Pentacles, the Hermit and the Sun right here. There is a switch coming up for you. And I don't mean the Nintendo Switch. This is a switch in between outcomes, shifting in between realities. Imagine this shift as being a big ship that all of a sudden changes its route and abruptly turns to the left. Everything within the ship will come down, it will fall, and it will be repositioned somewhere else. We were talking about this in the past few readings, you repositioning things, people, priorities. This is not impacting you only, but also the previous person we were talking about and everyone in your life perhaps. Someone is now thinking to change something, to go from secrecy to light, and to reach out for a real conversation. There is something they're going to see from you which is going to trigger jealousy, perhaps. And at that point, they won't be able to postpone this any longer. The good news is that by looking at their reaction, we see that something exciting comes from you, something that brings passion and movement. And we know that this person is watching. But the truth is that they will come in, but they might not find you there, you know? You have left. And this shift event, it's something that gave you a destination to point at. We were saying earlier that you didn't know where you wanted to go, right? You might have known, but you were like, I'm not gonna get there, so I'm not even going to try. But obviously, something has entered your environment right now, and just like a magnet, is making your compass changing direction, and you feel very attracted to it without being able to control it. I truly don't see this as being anything that comes from this person up here, but I might be wrong. We'll have to clarify. For now, what I see is that it's definitely blinding you with the light of the sun, and it's giving you the feels. Some sort of message confirmation, perhaps, regarding a situation you were waiting on, a person you were waiting on. This is travel, geographical, emotional, 2 dots on the map, which distance is starting to shrink. What a twist for you, Scorpio, because at first I just saw you not moving and going with the flow. And now this, you're going from crickets to instead knowing exactly where you want to go and where you want to be. Could this be the opportunity to break that cycle? Could this be the opportunity to finally find that simple but long-lasting balance and happiness that you were looking for? Now, there is an issue, because you might be saying here, here we go, let's hear what this is now, but hey, I already know how this is all going to end, which is in the same way that it usually ends, with me walking away. But there is a possibility that you might shut this down before it even starts. That's why I want to look into this. And you have rightfully built walls between you and people, you and opportunities. But right here, this is looking very good, and it would be a missed opportunity for you if you weren't to pursue it. This energy, there is definitely a need to take a risk and reveal more about yourself to someone and to this incoming energy. But it feels with the Sun and this King of Pentacles, the Emperor as well, that this is going to pay off, that this is going to work out in your favor. So, Scorpio, let's start clarifying these messages. Let's see how the situation is bound to evolve, and let's see if you are finally able to break this cycle. Let's look into how the incoming opportunity, the incoming events are set to evolve in the next 12 months. Are you going back to this energy right here? Or is this the time for you to truly start experiencing real balance and real happiness in your life? Let's look into it. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Scorpio, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Scorpio. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is strength. And right here, we see that the main theme for the beginning of the year for you is the reveal of truth. Right here, you see how people are going to start revealing themselves for what they really are, showing you their true colors. And some of these reveals will be surprising to you, even though you can predict things and you see things happening before they actually do. some of these will definitely bring surprises. With strength, it's very important for you to know that this is your time to take big steps, to make bold moves, because what you're about to do here, it's going to pay off big time. But what we want to see first of all is this energy, this incoming energy, this shift that we see right here. I want to look into what you should expect in the next few weeks as far as opportunities and changes. Let's start looking into this Two of Pentacles and let's see what it is that it's making your compass changing direction, and what you are looking at, you're going to look at and perceive it as the sun. Perceive it as something that you absolutely want to invest into. Let's see what this is, and let's see how this energy is bound to evolve in the next 12 months. Wow, look at this determination with the Chariot. Justice, Page of Swords. Okay, I see what you're doing here. I absolutely see what you're doing, Scorpio, and honestly, I am really happy for you. The first thing that we see right next to that Two of Pentacles is